A little basic, but he's become more and more creative as he goes. He's got some fantastic videos out there on YouTube of him wrestling, and it's a lot of this type of stuff where he's lifting and running guys.
That's what Coach Santoro said that Penn State likes to do. They like to get you on the defense fast, and they hold serve well. They pull the trigger right away, and Jason Nolf out of Yatesboro, Pennsylvania, Kittanning High School, the All-American as a freshman, second last year to Isaiah Martinez. He stayed at 157. Isaiah Martinez going up to 165 for the Illini this year.
What a match that was in the NCAA finals. Those two stallions going at it. They had split earlier in the year. Nolf surprising everybody here with the big pin of Martinez, and then Martinez coming back and getting his wits about him here in the championships. But both close matches, and just like Rutherford, his freshman year, where he was able to go ahead and make a mark against a great wrestler. That's what Nolf did last year, and he's going to be just fun to watch. Such high pace.
You mentioned the Cliff Keen Athletic and Ohio State winning that. The UNI Open, UNI Panthers program, led by Doug Schwab. They have a tough open, and Missouri was there along with Illinois. And Imar passed his first test at 165 with a tough win over Dan Lewis from Missouri.
Well, guys show up. I've said that every year, that these national titles are not given away. They're not coronations, because guys that have that dream show up and they make it tough for everybody. So you got a guy out there that's won multiple titles already. He already knows what that's about. And Isaiah Martinez. And this guy going after his first one will do it this way by keeping a high pace against everybody he wrestles. Nolf.
Yeah, he's right there with Zane and Bo Nickel, who we'll see later. They get after you and have kind of a competition for most pins, most technical falls. And but you talked about it, Nolf in the room and off. He's a little more loose than Zane Rutherford. He certainly has fun and enjoys the sport.
Well, you know, this effort is so tough to go through 4 years, 5 years in the college wrestling room. You don't have things that make it fun, and for him it's obviously going out there and hitting techniques, keeping a high pace, breaking guys, and you know, Lane finds himself in a difficult position, and it's always moving forward. He's always hammering on the head. He's always lowering the level. He's always looking for the fall after he gets the person in jeopardy. Look, see how he releases here, the hands on the head. You see that a lot of the top guys in the country are doing that. They want to exert their will. You know, Thomas Gilman is so good at that. When he gets a lead, he really kind of works on a guy physically. You know, when he lets a guy up, it's not easy stuff, and Nolf works that same style.
Still no control. Still no control.
What Coach Sanderson loves about Nolf is he doesn't get frustrated. He gives up takedowns sometimes in the room because he puts himself in positions that aren't comfortable because he wants to get there.
Well, he told us something about him which was kind of interesting. He says, I enjoyed going to the practice room when I went to recruit him because he didn't look at me the whole practice. Yeah. You know, when Cale Sanderson walks into your high school practice room, you can't help but look at him, all right? And so, are you looking at me, that type of thing? And walked into Nolf's practices, and there was no glance back at the coach to see how he was doing. He was just all into wrestling and what he's trying to accomplish out there.
What he said was he's not trying to get anyone's approval.
Exactly.
That Nolf's not trying to get anyone's approval. He just enjoys the sport, and he's a lot of fun to watch.
Good insight.
What these Penn State wrestlers do is what we hear in the background here, Jim, is, you know, the fans are right on top and they're going ooh and ah.
Yeah.
And that's what these Penn State wrestlers are giving these fans, the oohs and the ahs.
Yeah, it's fun to follow winners, but it's also fun to follow guys that entertain you and wrestle with an amount of joy. I heard Tom Brands use that term when he was describing Cale Sanderson. He wrestles with such joy. And that's kind of what's going on here in this room. Near side cradle being locked up. Another takedown there by Nolf. And you know, when you watch a guy like this wrestle, you kind of get lost in what the score is because you don't want to miss anything. Near side cradle gets the 2 count. You're not really thinking about the score. You don't want to miss anything that what he might do. He drops in on that leg again, and They just kind of take you on this nice little journey
2
of
takedown.
technical expertise. Short time left. Looks like he's going to try to stay in the top position. Oh, he's going to
1
plenty of time to
neutral.
score.
Not too far away from a tech fall. Nolf has, like Rutherford, not gone 7 minutes yet this year, whether it be pins or tech falls.
Yeah, right back in on that shot, on that right leg.
Kind of a renaissance man. Nolf was a 4.5 grade point average in high school, and he got both the physics and the principles awards, so it's just not on the mat stuff. He's a guy that understands what it takes in the classroom and on the mat.
Neutral.
Another takedown will bring that this match to a termination, and so I think that in the back of Nolf's mind, he's looking at see I attack the other side of the body. How do I do this? I really don't want to do it that way, so I'm just going to go ahead and see that. I don't want the takedown right now. He'll be doing it on my terms.
Looking to try to keep up with Bo Nichols' all pins, who's leading with most pins. He's trying to get the pin instead of the takedown.
Well, if you want him to get up, then let his head up.
1 green. Let's go.
It's called domination.
Yeah,
not stalling.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And yet Lane was dinged for stalling.
I almost for a second there I thought the official was going to call Nolf because he gave up. He just turned away 2 or 3 takedowns.
We were on the same wavelength there. 30 seconds left. Nolf going to get that takedown, get it over, and that's it. Tech fall. Once you're out front by 15 points in a match, it's over. Tech fall, 5 points go on the board for Penn State. 5 added to their 9 makes it 14-7. So at the halfway mark.